But we begin with what Obama and McCain would do to fix the economy. U.S. Congressman Robert Wexler is from Florida. He's a Democrat. And Congressman Eric Cantor is a Virginia Republican. First of all, Congressman Wexler, I don't know how many hundreds of billions of dollars in wealth we've lost just in 3 days. I've never seen a tumble like this in the stock market. 500 points one day, 450 points today, offset a little bit yesterday. Who knows what hell's coming tomorrow? And we got two candidates running for president. We only got a choice between the two of them. What's your guy think is the problem? What's your guy think is the solution?
The solution is to invest in the American people again. Put government on the side of middle-income Americans. Give significant tax breaks to people who make $250,000 and less. Take seniors who make $50,000 and less off the federal income tax rolls altogether. Create tons of jobs in America. We've lost more than 600,000 jobs this year. We need to build roads, bridges, lay broadband. We need to develop alternative energy sources that will create hundreds of thousands of new jobs in America. Stem cell research, which will create a whole new generation of jobs and wealth here in America. Those are the kinds of things we need to do. What we don't need to do is the deregulation that John McCain and the Republican Party have championed for the last 3 decades, and that has come home to roost in a very, very dramatic way this week.
Congressman Cantor, your candidate, John McCain, says the fundamentals are strong. What do you mean by that? What does he mean by that?
Now, Chris, so first of all, you asked what the problem is. The problem right now is we have a crisis of confidence in our capital markets right now that has shaken this economy. It has not only affected the investors in Wall Street, it's affected real people. It's affected the middle class who are worried about their retirement, who are worried about whether they're going to have a job, who are worried about their health care. And what we've got to do is put some confidence back into the minds of the public. Number one, change the way that Washington works. And number two, provide that transparency for the investor community out there so that we can get the economy going again. And the bottom line, if you look at the two candidates, it is Barack Obama who continues to harp on the fact that we need to tax capital formation. Right now, that means cut off credit from small businesses. That means don't grow jobs. We've got to look at the records. And the record is John McCain has been out there since 2002 talking about changes needed in corporate governance in this country. He has been on bills since 2005 talking about reforming the GSEs. So all this talk about John McCain not being for reform is just not accurate.
Well, but he says the fundamentals. Let me just ask you what he means by the fundamentals. Not this nonsense about the workers being a good guy. We know all that. What does he mean when he says the economy is fundamentally strong? What does he mean by that when we've lost maybe $1 trillion in wealth in the last couple of days? What does he mean by the economy is fundamentally strong? What does that mean? Well, Congressman Cantor, what does he mean?
Chris, I can't tell you what he meant, but I also know that John McCain has said that there is a crisis, an economic crisis in this country right now. It starts with people across this country having difficulty with the cost of living. Look at the price of gas. We sit here in Washington.
Your crowd's been in charge for 8 years. How can you complain about the economy and then claim your party should get a 4-year extension?
Chris, there is absolutely no excuse that this Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid-led Congress will not act on the number one issue facing America's families, which is the affordability of energy.